Boom, 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 boom. Chanka, how's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you. This is the latest daily Manchester United transfer news, not transfer news actually, but there is some transfer news tonight. Latest Manchester United news daily. I hope you're all good. How's it going, everyone? Sorry to keep you waiting again. You know me, I'm a melter. I'm an absolute Moisey-esque melter, my friends. When it comes to timekeeping, I apologise about that one. But I am here. Thank you very much for getting in here and waiting for me to get going. We're at 9 minutes late. That is just tardy, isn't it? That is gashtastic. I'm sorry about that, my friends, but please forgive me. Anyway, let's get into it then, lads and lasses. I can see who have we got waiting here. Clam J, what's going on, bro? AJ, G-Wolf United, Razurk's in the gaff. Great to see you, Razurk. Wakas Akram, he says, yo, pig, yo to you too, buddy. Kayam, hello to you. How are you, mate? Becky hope you're good. JH7, my voice is melting already. Sorry, guys. Sandeep Barrage, Hayden Alessandro, AJ, Nick Pendragon, G-Wolf, Wesley, Clam J, Matthew Anateo, Mahasi Bissenduth, Andrew Perry, Skipping Tank, Scujo One, The United Way, Callum Kendall, Jarvis Cocker, Aaron A to H, and every single one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting in here with tonight's show. Please do us a massive favour and smash that like button if you haven't smashed that like button already. Don Piglioni, aka the Pig, is feeling pretty ill at the moment still. So I've got a bit of a hoarse throat, as you can tell. So I'm going to keep this one probably to about an hour because we're supposed to do a FIFA stream later and I'm melting with the old throat department. So anyway, who else is in here? Palmerius, Edgar Garfias, Heiko Firestorm Tiger, AJ the Vutinator, Conan Tachiri, Mad Animal, Buster B, Debbie Elder, Jammy Spodgers, Paul Vanderbeek, Lucy, it's great to have you all in here. Thank you very much for stopping by for tonight's stream. Smash that like button, everyone, if you have not done so already. Leave a thumbs up on it, and let's get into it then. So we've got a little bit of Manchester United news. I mean, just to get the biggest news out of the way, really, which is Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo has tested positive for coronavirus, so he has got COVID-19. That is absolutely gashtastic. Cristiano Ronaldo. And obviously, he's just been away on international duty with Portugal. Guess who's also been away on international duty with Portugal? Bruno Fernandes. But to be honest with you, he's been tested. It's been reported this morning, actually, that all of the Portuguese players were tested. And basically everyone's, nobody's got it. Bruno Fernandes has tested negative for coronavirus despite Ronaldo's positive test. All other Portugal players tested negative too. That's from Semra Hunter. So that is the situation as we understand it in regards to Bruno Fernandes. I just wanted to address the breaking news about Ronaldo, because obviously Ronaldo has just tested positive for COVID, which is terrible. Hopefully he makes a speedy recovery. I mean, he is an actual physical specimen, to be fair. He will surely eat COVID for breakfast, my friends. But even so, I hope that he's all good and everything. I hope that everybody around him is all good. That's the thing. It's not just about you fighting the virus, it's also about who could you possibly have transmitted it to in the time that you unwittingly had the virus. So pretty serious stuff. But Ronaldo is obviously not going to be able to play for a little bit. He's going to be quarantined for a couple of weeks here. And Bruno Fernandes, he's not tested positive, so hopefully that's not going to be the case with him. Because I would tell you what now, guys, it would be absolutely gastastic if Bruno Fernandes was not allowed to play in that Newcastle game for whatever reason, or if there was some issues we had in terms of him having to self-isolate and all that kind of thing. It would just be really gashtastic for United right now. We don't need that. What we need is Bruno fit. We need him ready. We need him able to play, just like every one of our other big players, because we do need those guys, especially Bruno, because Bruno is one of our key players. Bruno is the creative spark in our team. Without Bruno, we're pretty toothless, in my opinion, so he has to stay fit. We've got to keep Bruno in the side, so I'm very, very happy that he's tested negative after that, as it's been reported. But yeah, lads and lasses, what do you think about it? I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo has got a bit of the COVID. John Anderson says, Melter. Thank you for that, John. Exclusive says, hello, Pig. How you doing? I'm not doing too bad, matey. My voice has melted a little bit, but other than that, I'm all good. Kelsey, what's going on? Says, Melter. Thank you for that, Kelsey. Francois Cock, what's going on, Francois? Good to see you. Look at all these channel members getting in here, making the live chat green, like Paul Vanderbeek as well. How are you doing? Okay, so Shivan Kashyap will have a little comment here, just to read a couple of comments out quickly. He comments and says, Ollie just demanded Grealish, Sancho and Upamecano. Instead, we got Grandad Cavani and toddlers in Pellistri and Traore. What does Eddie Woody expect? And now news of Ollie sack. Bloody hell. Shivam Kashyap, you start off this stream with an excellent comment, my friend. I love your comment there, Shivam. Yes, you're right. This is what he wanted. He had a list of, it's understood, 6 players that he was interested in bringing in this summer transfer window, one of which was Upamecano, one of which was Telles, from what we understand. So we did get one of them. But the main targets, Jadon Sancho, of course, Upamecano and Jack Grealish, were not even at all close to coming into this team, unfortunately, it seems like in the end. We thought maybe the Sancho deal was dragging on to the end of the window because United were going to try and get him for a little bit less than the 120 million. Dortmund were not willing to budge. United, in the end, like you say, we decided to get a granddad in Cavani, who is going to be good and he does have experience and wisdom, and you can look at it one or two ways. You can look at it in the way of, oh, it's great, we've got this experienced goal scorer in the side who has been great throughout his career, who can impart that wisdom upon to some of the youngins in the team. Or you can look at it like he's going to stop Martial progressing, he's going to stop Greenwood having all the game times that he would have done if Cavani was not there. So it really does depend on how you look at it, but I think that we're better off for having Cavani in the team, actually, because he is a good player, but I just don't think we're that much better off than where we were at the start of the window because we didn't address the key issues in the side, like you say. The Upamecano signing, that would have been absolutely massive for us, and that's the player that we really should be looking at getting. And there is a lot of talk about his potential transfer in January or in the summer next year, it actually would be, because there's a clause that comes into his contract where he could go for in the region of 45 million euros, which comes to in effect next summer. But that doesn't really address the issue that we have at the back right now. Now, maybe the player wasn't there to be had in the window at the centre-back for United, which I think is bollocks, because we could have even easily got Nathan Ake. We could have easily got Upamecano earlier on in the window, I think, if we would have been prepared to spend that money. Of course, RB Leipzig didn't want to sell their player. They wanted to wait until about January time, the next summer, because... or whatever it is, who knows when the clause comes into effect. There's some varying differing reports of when that clause comes into effect. But they have no reason to sell him until that clause comes into effect unless it's a significant amount of money more being offered. Hey, we've got over 100 of you legends tuning in already tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting in here for the live stream. Please do us a favour and smash that like button, everybody. Also, give it a share on social media if you can. That would be excellent, my friends. Okay, then. Let's also talk about the possibility of the players coming in January. So, Upamecano is probably not going to happen. Also, like I say, his clause is understood to come into effect in the summer. And United would not be willing to spend that money on this player until the summer. Gastastic Amundo, my friends. That is Eddie Wood for you and the whole recruitment team at United. They're just willing to wait and save money. That's why we didn't get Sancho. I think we still might be going in for Sancho at some point, but I just got a little wee feeling that they're just biding their time, saving their money so they can just get him for less in the future. Like, I still do think that Sancho is legitimately a target for Manchester United. I just don't think that they were prepared to pay the 120 million valuation for him. When you've got a player that's leaving in 2 years on a free, unless you extend his contract, then of course they're going to have to sell him in the next 12 months, really. So Jadon Sancho's got 2 years left on his deal at Dortmund. It expires, I believe, the summer of 2022. So that would give United, the next transfer window and maybe the next one after that, realistically, to still go and get him. So I'm not going to pretend and say that United, I have any faith in us going to get Jadon Sancho from Dortmund. No way do I have faith in our shit board doing that. But if you look at the Bruno Fernandes situation, it was a similar thing in the summer last year. And then obviously in the January window, we did get the deal done for Bruno. And there's a lot of reasons for that. It's also because... they've got most of the season out of them as well, I guess. But also a big factor is simply because that player would then become, that player would be going down in valuation throughout the rest of the season. Like Sancho, for instance, next summer, he's not worth anywhere near what he's worth this summer because he's only got a year left on his contract next summer. And so realistically, Dortmund, unless they're going to extend that contract, they would actually have to let him go for a reasonable amount of money earlier on if they want to cash in. So yeah, we'll get into... Sorry guys, I'm rambling a little bit tonight. We'll get into the latest transfer news and all the latest stuff. I just realised my voice is absolutely mashed up big time. You don't really know until you get on here and start doing the video. But yes, listen to that. I almost sound like a little bit like I'm just not like I'm Sean Dyche usually. You know what I mean? I sound like Sean Dyche right now. Hi, welcome to Flying Dyche United, everyone. Thank you for watching this video tonight. I'm Sean Dyche. I'm the manager of Burnley, and I'm taking over the stream Please do us a favour though, and smash us a like on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, everyone. Yes, Muhammad Alicia says, get some tea. I've got some tea here, mate, but it's just... It's melting me, guys. It's melting. Anyway, though, yeah. Thank you so much to you all for stopping by and getting in here, everyone, tonight. It's great to see you. Mahmood Alicia, thank you. Mad Animal, Jarvis Cocker, John Anderson, Rush Marno. Great to see you, Rush Marno. Matty the Rushmeister. Becky Hope. Ellie, how are you, Ellie? Hope you're doing good today. Zach E. G. Wolf, what a top lad. Yeah, she's all good as well, G. Wolf lad. Razak, Fergie99, Clam J, Antonio To, Amando Hoyt. He says, I'm new, can I have a shout out? There you go, my friend. Esteban Peacon, John Anderson, Batman Knife Fan, Drinkalaba, Manajikas, and everybody else, thank you for watching. Smash that thumbs up button. Let's get into the rest of the news then. So, Manchester United are being linked with a couple of players for January, my friends. Now, the first one, look, take this with a pinch of salt. As I say, we just talk about the major headlines on this daily news show. But we are being linked to one Jules Kounde, who was a former Manchester City defensive target. What we're trying to get is a new young centre-back. I still don't know why we didn't go and get Nathan Ake in the summer transfer window. We just allowed him to go to Manchester City. There was no real effort or pursuit of Nathan Ake from Manchester United, and I think that was kind of a mistake, because even if you don't think he's that good of a player right now, he's 24, he's Dutch, he's in the national team with Donny. Like, he would definitely be getting better and improving over the next few years. So I actually think Manchester City got themselves a really good player, getting Nathan Ake, and that's a player we should have got. I mean, smash a 1 in the live chat, everybody, if you think that we should have actually gone in for Nathan Ake, a left-footed centre-back with pace. I mean, look, they're few and far between, really. Now, I'm not saying he's the next, Maldini or anything, but I do think that City have got themselves a good player there. There's a reason that Manchester City went and bought him and Pep wanted him. It's because he is a very, very good player. And even though he was in a struggling Bournemouth side that got relegated, he always shone defensively in that side, even though that sounds silly to say, but it's a team effort that he can't stop the opposition scoring on his own. But he will always shone and perform well, I thought, whenever I saw him play for Bournemouth. So he would have been a player that I would have been interested in bringing in. Ryan Berberspin 9, lad, thank you so much for the super chat there, dude. You absolute don amongst men. Would you look at that? Berberspin 9 says, get yourself some ice cream and some honey, mate. Love to you, Nicola and the BB. Dude, thank you so much for that, Berberspin 9. You absolute top lad. How very, very nice of you, dude. What a lovely lad. £20 super chat there from Berber. Everybody put a love heart in there for Berberspin9. Shout out to Berber for moderating my FIFA stream last night as well. Up well late throughout the night. You bloody absolute top legend, man. I hope you had a good day today. You're probably knackered. But either way, thank you so much for that, dude. What an absolute legend. Berberspin9, everybody. Crikey. I will try and get some ice cream with that, my dude. Yeah, I've got an absolutely melted throat. Oh, it's absolutely razor blades at the moment. So, but I'm going to get on and do the Ultimate Team stream tonight. I haven't even taken any painkillers today. That's probably the thing that's melted me the most. What I need to do is get some ibuprofen down me, get a nice hot cup of tea, because this one's a bit lukewarm, to be fair. And I've left the tea bag in it too long. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Who leaves the tea bag in the tea while you leave it in for a while, but when you leave it in too long, it gets a little bit too much. You know what I mean? But anyway, look at all those love hearts coming in there for Ryan Berberspin9. Thank you so much, dude. Dejan CSC says, hey, Pig, how are you? How are you doing, Dejan? Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. I'm melting a bit with the old throat, as you can tell. Ice Queen Gaming says, hi, Batman. What's going down? We got Clam J in the house. Says, drag him through the streets. Dave MUFC Whitehead, what's up, my guy? Good to see you, Dave. I'm doing good, man. I hope you're okay. Ellie comments, I've been addicted to crunching ice cream for about 5 weeks now. Crunching ice cream, what's that? Do you mean the crunchy ice cream, the Cadbury crunchy ice cream? Because that stuff is good. Or the crunchy, whatever they are. Hey, Dero Official says United don't want Pau Torres. They're looking at Upper Meccano in January. Right, well, let's get into the reports then, mate. I mean, look, in terms of Pau Torres, actually, we'll get on to Pau Torres in a moment. We were talking about Jules Kounde, sorry. So I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. Jules Kounde from Sevilla, according to reports. Obviously, United are pretty desperate for a centre-back. I think if you look at the awful options we've got at the back at the moment there, whatever combination you choose is potentially gash. I've got a lot of hope for people like Tuanzebe. I've got a lot of hope for Mengi. But I do not have a lot of hope for Slabby Maguire, even though he's an £80 million slab of meat there. I've got no real faith in Victor Lindelof. Even Eric Bailly, I just think he's a little bit of a loose cannon. He's going to be in and out the side. Do you know what I keep doing as well? I keep biting the inside of my mouth. You know when you've bitten a bit of skin on the inside of your mouth, yeah? And then you can't stop biting it. Oh, I hate that. So, yeah. So I've got that going on at the moment as well. So that's pretty gashtastic, guys. But anyway, I should probably not speak. I should probably just, sit here for a while. No, I'm joking. But that's the thing with this. You've got to keep the show on the roll rolling. You know what I mean? But we've got some poor options at the back. We've got Bailly. Well, not poor options necessarily, but not like world-class centre-back pairings that we really need. We need that for Niche and Rio, and we just don't have that. We've got a bunch of melters. Victor Lindelof, man, I mean, come on, mate. You know, unless he's cooking me a meatball, I ain't interested in him, really. You know, he's a nice bloke. He's a nice fellow. Fair play to him, you know, but he's also shit. He also leaks goals at the back. He also makes catastrophic errors, of which I haven't seen since maybe Phil Jones. And, he's another option we've got still in the team, still collecting this shitloads of cash a week, doing nothing. So we have got big errors and big problems in our back line. Like that we will have errors throughout the season as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't matter if you sign Cavani. It doesn't matter if you get all these good attacking players playing well. If you're going to be shipping goals and conceding goals at the back, then you are going to be screwed, my friends. Because that's what a good team is based on. And if you want to win games when you're playing badly, you certainly got to not concede at the back there. So very disappointed with how we started this season in terms of defensively. It's the same old problems, the same old frailties and vulnerabilities in the side. People like Victor Lindelof, people like Slabby Maguire. Like, they're just not living up to it, are they, guys? I mean, we need some better players. So let's have a look at the options here then. So Kounde, Jules Kounde from Sevilla. Look, he's a potential centre-back partner for maybe Slabby, or I don't really know what's going on with Slabby Maguire. Like, if Slabby's going to be given the pure faith in him by Ollie still, it seems that way. And I have to question Ollie on that right now, but it seems that way. He's caught between a slab and a hard place, though, really, because Slab's 80 mil. He's on big money. He should come good. Whether or not he will, we don't know. He's just too damn slow. His positioning's all over the place recently. Like, he doesn't necessarily... He doesn't really show the characteristics of a top class centre back at all. Really, he shows the characteristics of a stone or of a rock, maybe one of those monoliths or something like that. But he doesn't really, show the characteristics of a world class centre back for United, unfortunately. But if that's the person you're going to partner him with, then somebody to go along with him. It really depends. He's on huge money, so you have to kind of stick with him. He's our captain. Slabby Maguire's actually our captain, everybody. So you kind of have to stick with him, unless Ollie's going to strip him of the captaincy, give it to Bruno, which is what he should do anyway. Then he's going to have to play Harry Maguire, isn't he? It's no way he's going to drop Harry Maguire, the captain of the side now, after showing the faith in him as well after what happened in Mykonos, with Harry Maguire going out there and slapping up some coppers, etc. Like, he kept the faith in him after doing all that, so I'm pretty sure he's going to keep the faith in him after one or two bad games. Even though, in my opinion, it's more than one or two bad games, and even though, in my opinion, we should be looking at maybe giving some of the other players an opportunity, like Axel Twanzebe, who's never really put a foot wrong when we've seen him, or even Tenen Mengi, even giving a young lad like that an opportunity. It cannot go much worse than that Maguire and Lindelof partnership, which I don't even think you can really call a partnership. Probably maybe a parsnip ship, because it's like a bloody bunch of vegetables at the back there. Melting, man. Getting roasted vegetables every single week. We've got a parsnip ship at the back there with Slabby Maguire and Victor Lindelof. It's terrible. So what we need to do is get somebody else in the window. I don't really care who it is. Now, I hope that it is Upamecano. Of course I care who it is, but you know what I mean. Just another better option. I think Upamecano has to be the man that comes in personally long term, but certainly somebody in January, if it's possible, would be brilliant. And this is it. Solskjaer has not been backed at all in this transfer window proper, really. If you look at how we performed and who we got in, Shivan was completely spot on earlier when he was commenting about and saying that we got a granddad and a couple of toddlers in this transfer window. That's right. We haven't really got anybody in their peak, in their prime. Okay, Tellez, actually, sorry, he's a great signing. Donny's a good signing too, so let's not get carried away. It's not like we got nobody, but we didn't address the key issues and key areas of the team that we're really lacking in. So that's why we're going to be in a position this season, certainly up till January, until we can actually strengthen, where we're going to be a bit exposed, I think. We're going to be a bit exposed at the back there, and maybe even even like in some other areas of the pitch, we could have certainly done with a proper CDM option as well, like a really good CDM, like a Thomas Partey or a Wilfred Ndidi or a N'Golo Kante or somebody like that. But no, this board has no ambition, it seems. They've got no ambition. They have effectively set Ole Gunnar Solskjaer up to fail on this one. They've set him up to fail because all the problems that were there before are still there. Yes, we've maybe papered over the cracks a little bit by getting Cavani and etc., but all the problems are still there. Hey everybody, there's over 150 of you guys tuning into this live stream right now. Thank you for joining in tonight. Do us a massive favour, if you have not done so, and smash the thumbs up on the video. Give it a big boost. That'll help us out. Let's see if we can smash 100 likes right now. That would give it a boost and help us compete with some of the bigger, meltier clickbait channels, etc. So show your support by smashing that thumbs up. Also, give it a share if you can. That'd be awesome. But yes, so there you go then, lads and lasses. There you go then. It's obviously he's a. What do you think about Jules Kounde? I personally, I'm not going to lie, I just don't know enough about him. The link has emerged today. ESPN reporting it. The Manchester United are interested in Jules Kounde in January. If the defence doesn't improve significantly, he's seen as a long-term solution to the defensive woes that United are currently suffering from. Eric Bailly, Victor Lindelof, Marcus Rojo, Phil Jones have all partnered Maguire under the manager, but have never impressed. Their defence was completely overrun by Spurs attackers Harry Kane and Heung-min Son at the start of the month. So that's just this article I'm reading here about it. So yes, he's a good, promising young French player is what he is. So Jules Kounde, he's a French player. He's already made 113 international appearances. He's only 21. So he's actually got a really good, bright young future ahead of him. And of course, he was part of that Sevilla side. I believe he came through the ranks of Bordeaux, and he joined Sevilla in 2019 in July for 25 million euros. And he's obviously done pretty damn well, and he's only 21 years of age, which is the sort of figure in terms of age that Manchester United should be looking at right now. Like an Upamecano, it's a young player that can get better, that can be good enough for United now, but ultimately go on and do some really great things in the future, like a player that United are going to have for the next decade. That's what we need. We need that new Rio Ferdinand, guys. We need that new signing, that new Rolls Royce at the back that you could just slot in there, who's going to do the job for 10 years. Now, I don't know if Jules Kounde is going to be that man, but he certainly looks like a good player. If you look at his statistics and stuff like that, he's quite impressive, actually. So we're going to have to maybe have a look at this area in the January transfer window. Another player that United have been linked to is Pau Torres. We're understood to be Rob Dawson from ESPN, reporting that Manchester United are also monitoring 23-year-old Villarreal defender Pau Torres. Now, Pau Torres is a player that we have been talked about a little bit before, about being linked to United and maybe as an option that we can look at. What are all your thoughts on Pau Torres, obviously? Spanish international. What do you guys think about Pau Torres' potential at Manchester United? Is that a player you would actually like to see Manchester United sign? Smash a 1 in the live chat if you would like to see Pau Torres coming in January. Smash a 2 in the live chat if you think that maybe Jules Kounde would be the answer. Smash a 3 in the live chat if you think Upamecano is the way to go. Zach E comments, how do I get a British girl? Where are you from, Zachy? I've forgotten, mate. But I'd say it's pretty easy to get a British girl. Just find one. You know what I mean? Either come to Britain or find one in your country, my friend, somewhere. But I'm pretty sure you could get a British girl pretty easy, my friend. They're pretty easy, mate. They're pretty easy. I'm just kidding there, ladies. Calm down, calm down. Thank you so much for that, Zach E. Also, Andreas Hansen with a super chat here. Andreas, thank you for your 50 knock super chat there, you absolute don. He comments, players change clubs and love every club they come to. Can fans change clubs also if you hate the owners? Well, Andreas Hansen, the answer to that, my friend, is yes, you can. I mean, it's actually been done before. It's actually been done before, and literally by United fans. They obviously set up their own club, FC United of Manchester, which was in response to the fact that the club was growing, the growing commercialisation, and I guess you would call it whoreization of the club. You know what I mean? Just getting ticket prices and just everything, the commercialisation of the football club, the foreign ownership, etc., etc. So you can do that, Andreas Hansen. But the problem is, we obviously all grow up in our lives supporting whatever team you support, and you have that love and affinity with that football club, and you have those memories and that history and those rituals with that football club, which you're not going to get for any other football club, and you cannot falsely generate that level of passion for another football club either. I don't think so. I think if you've grown up, if you've got an affinity for a club, especially if you supporting them for your whole life. Like, how are you supposed to just stop supporting them? So I understand the sentiment, really. The Glazers are scum. The owners of our football club are parasites. They just leech off this football club. They're not running the club properly. They're not doing it for the best interest of the fans whatsoever. So I get that. I get that our board are parasites as well. They're leechers too. Woodward's just a big yes man. Matty Judge is a complete melt cockroach. These guys are complete fools. If the fans had it our way, they would definitely not be running our club. We just want our club back. That's all that we want. We want it back. If we can have maybe a fan-owned football club with some sort of, community, effectively a public ownership from the fans. Kind of like, I think, is it Swansea or Cardiff have? I don't know. But either way, that kind of setup would be amazing, but it's just not ever really likely going to happen, my friends. You know why? Because it's such a cash cow for the Glazers, and they've got this now. They've got this commodity. They legally and physically own this football club. They own it. So it's their commodity to do with what they wish. They can actually strip it entirely down and change the name to bloody Maxi Tampon Stadium if they want. They could do whatever the bloody hell they want. They could change the name to Glazers FC probably if they really bloody want to. Now the fans would have an absolute riot, and so it would probably never happen. But the fact is they could do that. You know what I mean? They could actually do it. Now the Premier League, obviously, they shouldn't have let them buy the football club in the first place, but now they are here. Now they are actually here. What could we actually do as fans? Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can protest. You can scream from the rooftops, Glazers out. You can peacefully protest. I'm not talking about going to people's houses and physically doing anything. I'm just talking about having a public protest here, especially when games are back outside stadiums, make it, especially when fans are back allowed in stadiums, make it known with your feet, make it known with your sales, your merch sales, all that kind of stuff. So we've gone over this a whole lot, but the Glazers out, it's just hashtag Glazers out, everybody. Come on, let's get the hashtag Glazers out going here. I feel like we need to reiterate the fact that this is just totally unacceptable ownership and leadership of our football club. I don't know if you saw about Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting a 6-point fine, 6-point penalty and a fine. Was it £500? I can't remember now, but he got a fine for speeding, doing 104 miles an hour on the motorway or something like that. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the Spider, mate. What do they expect, man? They can't expect the Spider to travel at regular speeds as regular humans. Come on. I think that's a little bit harsh, mate. I don't think Aaron Wan-Bissaka should have been given that speeding fine, to be fair, because he shouldn't really. He's got 8 eyes and 8 limbs at the end of the day. So he shouldn't really have the same regulations as us mere humans. But anyway, here we go then. So Manchester United are understood to be monitoring Villarreal defender Pau Torres. Also, we're monitoring, and this is it, we are bloody Monitor FC. People keep saying we're Monitor FC. We are bloody Monitor FC. That's all we bloody do. We monitor these players. We get linked to these players. We don't actually go and buy these players, man, because our board have got no bollocks. It's basically what it is. Oh, I really hope we smash Newcastle United up, guys. That's it. We have to smash Newcastle United up, man. Seriously, because otherwise this season is just going to feel like an absolute steaming poo-poo already, unless we beat Newcastle United. And even then, after then, we've got to go on and get some crazy results if we're going to be finishing in a month's time after the fixtures that we've got in a decent position. I'll tell you that, because we've got some filth fixtures coming up, but we need to smash up Newcastle. United are also monitoring 23-year-old Pau Torres and also Jules Kounde. And there's that Upper Meccano link there, but probably for next summer. So what do you guys think about it then? Who's your centre-back of choice? If we could get a centre-back in January, who would you sign? We don't know if the signings are going to be coming from in January or not, to be honest. We hope that they are, because it's not that far away. I mean, look, January is literally a couple of months away, guys. It's the 13th of October now. So if you think about it, it's really not that far until January. We could get a deal, we could get something lined up between now and then that would absolutely see us in a much better position literally very soon. Yeah, Katie Coveney says we monitor for other clubs to sign. Unfortunately, it does seem like the bloody case. How many players have we linked to that ended up going to other teams this summer? Joke. Rashmano says steaming poo-poo. Kayan Bana Hashim says, how much do they cost? Do you have any info on that? Yeah, I've got a little bit of information, but you have to take it with a pinch of salt. So, for instance, transfermarket.com has Jules Kounde listed as a valuation of about 36 million euros right now. But look, these are just literally speculations in terms of this is what they should generally cost on the transfer window, but it's not about that. It's about how important he is to Sevilla. It's about their necessity to sell. It's about the supply and demand nature. Do United need him? Will they send him to us? Would it be another long drawn out process? I mean, this is United we're talking about. So we always try and underpay. And we always end up overpaying a lot of the time as well. I mean, I don't know about the Harry Maguire deal, how that came about, but paying £80 million for him is a joke. Amad Diallo Traore, this young 18-year-old lad that we just signed from Atalanta that's not even here until January, he's another player as well that we are supposed to have had protracted transfer negotiations over. So that's supposed to have gone on for a year. The president of Atalanta the other day came out and said a statement about Amad Traore, saying they've got a great player and all this stuff. And he said, crikey, you can see how they work and the size and the weight of the club and how they've probably got about 15 different points of call before they get a bloody answer and stuff. Like, literally, he said that it took them a year to get that Amad Diallo transfer done with Manchester United. A year of negotiations. Unbelievable. And this is for some young 18-year-old kid. So it's absolutely disgusting, really. It's a shocker, my friends. It's a shocker. Okay, what's the other transfer news tonight then, folks? So, yeah, who would you like to see? The Upamecano in, says Mike Dillon. The Vutinator says Upamecano all day. Saint Fusion says, hey Pigman, hope you've had a good day. I've not heard too much about these players in the title. Would they have a big positive impact? Well, I think they would definitely be good options compared to what we've got now. We've seen Lindelof, we've seen Maguire, we've seen these guys. They're all pretty tried and tested. And unfortunately, they're tried and tested gash. That's what they really are, tried and tested gash. And we don't really need that in the club anymore. We need tried and tested quality. And I think, okay, you can't really say that they're tried and tested quality, these young lads, because they're 21. You know, you're talking about Upamecano, you're talking about Kounde. They're 21-year-old players, but they're still obviously very good, talented players that have done good things up until this point in their career. Now, could they take that step up? Hopefully, there's always that gamble when you're signing a player of any calibre. We've seen it over the last few years, signing big established players that don't work out in the team, let alone young players. So we would hope that they could come and do good jobs, because they look like really good prospects elsewhere, particularly Upamecano. From what I've seen from him, looks like an absolute solid rock at the back. He's 21, you know, he's got every defender's going to make mistakes here and there. It's about the progression over the next few years for him. It would be very key for United to get him in sooner rather than later to help that progression for us. And I just think that he's the ideal candidate. So I agree with all you guys in the live chat here that are saying Upamecano's the man, because I do think he is the man. Like, that's who we should be going to get in the window. But certainly if we couldn't get him, or if we couldn't get him until the summer, then I would quite like us to get a centre-back in January. I know we cannot get Upamecano realistically in January, I think, because I think that his transfer, well, maybe, you never know, actually. I mean, the fact is he has a release clause that comes into effect in the summer. So Leipzig are going to have to accept a certain amount for him then. But they have no obligation to sell him for anything less than that until then. But if United would pay a bit more for him, you could get him in January, actually, because they'd be like, well, we're going to have to sell him for 45 million in a few months anyway, so we might as well cash in for 55 million. But then again, United would have to pay that extra premium to do it. And I have no faith in our board that they would do that at all, guys. I have no faith in them that they do it at all. Oh, thank you, Rushmano. He's just sent me a Bruno update. By the way, everybody follow Matt Rush on Twitter, would you? Matt United 20 on Twitter. This guy is my transfer guru on the channel. He's also just my Man United news guru, and he's just a thoroughly bloody nice bloke. Thank you so much here, mate, for the Bruno Fernandes update here. Let's have a look at this then, my friend. In line... Oh, no! Oh, no! Shit! In line with the United Kingdom COVID-19 regulations, Bruno Fernandes may miss games against Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea and RB Leipzig after Cristiano Ronaldo's positive coronavirus test. Oh, you what? You what, mate? Well, at least... no. That is painful, guys. That is absolutely painful, guys. I'm sorry if that's true. If Bruno's not allowed to play against Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea and RB Leipzig, that would be absolutely catastrophic for Manchester United, I think. I think that would be catastrophic for Manchester United, you know. Thank you for the update, Matt Rush. I mean, look, Obviously, earlier on in the video, we saw another report that said that he had been tested along with all of the other Portuguese players that were, along with Cristiano Ronaldo, who has tested positive for COVID. And it's turned out, I might need to have a bloody test for COVID, by the way, in all honesty. I'm not even freaking kidding. But anyway, because this isn't going, this throat issue, is it? Shit. But anyway, but the issue with Bruno is if he has been tested and he's negative, then surely he'd be allowed to play. I don't know. If he's tested stringently up until the next game, then surely he would be allowed to play if he's negative. I don't know. I mean, this is from United Report here. They've come out and said about 50 minutes ago that in line with the United Kingdom COVID-19 regulations, Bruno Fernandes may miss games against Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea and RB Leipzig after Cristiano Ronaldo's positive coronavirus test. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely gashtastic. Everybody stick a poo-poo emoji in the live chat, because that is shit. Thank you, Matt Rush, for that one. Zach E with a super chat. Thank you, Zach. He says, can we all join money and buy Man United? Well, that would ideally be the way, wouldn't it? If we could somehow raise £4 or £5 billion together as fans, which we probably could do quite easily, to be fair, because there's hundreds of millions of United fans around the world, and buy the club off the Glazers. But then the Glazers wouldn't have anyone to milk from then. And at the moment, it's still just a massive asset that's worth £3 or £4 or £5 billion to them, but is making them X amount of millions every single year. And they're just creaming off the top. They're just creaming off the top, guys. That's what they do here. Nice one. John A. Gaming, thank you for getting in here. Says, evening, Pig. Are we starting Ultimate Team tonight, as you said? And congrats to Nketiah breaking the England record, pal. Him or Greenwood? Nice one, John A. Gaming, man. Thank you very much for getting in here. Yes, we are doing some FIFA Ultimate Team tonight, mate. I'm going to get on, hopefully... my throat will be a bit better in a bit. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's melting at the moment, but we're going to soldier on. Don Piglione, we'll be back on later. But actually, no, Don Piglione won't be, because we're doing Ultimate Team, so we're going to be doing it a bit differently. But anyway, John A. Gaming, thank you so much for the question. Thank you for being a member as well, dude. And Nketiah, I think, is a very good player. I have to say, I think Arsenal's Nketiah is a very good young player. I personally think Greenwood's better, though, mate, than Nketiah. I think Greenwood's got the biggest future ahead of him. They're both great young talents. But yeah, if I have to choose one, I've got to go with Mason Greenwood. And that's not just because I'm a United fan. I just genuinely think he's more naturally awesome. I think Greenwood's going to be one of the best players in the world. Thank you for your question, dude. Hey, look at that. Razak with a super chat. Thank you, Raz. He comments, Pig, just wanted to say thanks for creating this community. Only silver lining in these troubling times. Dude, Razak, thank you so much for that, man. So nice of you, man. I really love this community. I really love that this... we've got a great place for people to come to and voice their opinions and have their say and interact with each other. We're all friends on it. People like Becky Hope, Jake Harold, David Whitford, Jim Joe Bobley, Wesley, Rushmano, Burberspin9, Batman Nightfan, Sibo Super, The Vutinator, Captain Foothead, Batman Nightfan, Ascendor, Kelly Clark, H, Captain Foothead, what? Anyway, sorry, he says, Glazers bought the club and hope to eventually own the TV rights. That's where the money is, hence the big picture. Yeah, there you go, you see. Every club in the Premier League gets like £100 million, six figures, what is it, 10 figure, well, however many figure, bloody whack. Don't they? 7 figures, nine figures. 9 figures. You get over 100 million each season just in TV rights and stuff like that. Each football club in the Premier League. So you think about that. The biggest part of Manchester United's income isn't even from matchday revenue anymore. That is a huge amount. In fact, I might be wrong there. I don't know, because they do generate. It's understood to be about £4 or £5 million per matchday at Old Trafford. So they're generating a shit ton of money by fans going to the stadium. So the fans, though, even if they did obviously stop going to the games and stop paying the ticket prices and stop paying the season tickets and stop, even if they did do that, then the Glazers are still going to have a huge amount of money generated by Manchester United. The only way it would stop is if all fans didn't watch them, all fans didn't go to games, all fans didn't buy any merch, all fans didn't play any subscription service or anything like that, which would only really hurt the club massively in the short term. Obviously, in the long term, it could help us really, really, really loads if it actually meant that these twats would sell. But none of us really want it to come to that. We just hope that they do the honourable thing soon and sell the hell up. Right, well, I'll get into the rest of the other news tonight, guys. Please do us a massive favour and smash the like on the video if you have not done so already. Please do leave a thumbs up on the vid. That will help us out. Give it a share on social media if you can as well. Thank you for joining us for the show today. Sorry there was no afternoon show. I was melting earlier, and also I didn't get up till late. I was up late last night playing FIFA, etc. My body clock's back to front and inside out at the minute, lads and lasses, so apologies. And I'm just not too well. But yes, I'm going to get some ibuprofen down me in a bit after this, and hopefully I'll be okay for the show later. Thank you very much, Aranator H. Comment, smash that like button, peeps. Much appreciated, dude. Rushmano, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very, very much, lads. Ollie Tabuga, what's going on? He says, I got a spot the size of Maguire's head inside my bottom. It's very painful. Thank you for sharing that, Ollie Tabuga, mate. Next time, keep it to yourself, bro. But no, you should probably go and see a doctor about that, my friend. Jason Phillips says, Cristiano Ronaldo's got Rona. I know he does, Jason Phillips. Gosh-tastic. And Bruno Fernandes might be not available for the Newcastle game or a couple of other United games as well. Francois Cox says, where are you going to play FIFA? Absolutely, dude. Where are you going to play FIFA? What do you mean, where are you? That'll be on this channel, mate. On this channel, yes, on this channel. Around about 11:55 p.m. Thank you, Batman Knight fan. Becky Hope, thank you. Richie Amiri says, are you playing FIFA tonight? You know it, my friend. Hang on, let me cover the rest of the news and then I'll get into your comments quickly, guys. I'll probably do a little bit of a shorter video tonight on the transfer, on this Man United news show because the fact I'm melting and my throat's melting a little bit. So, yeah. But either way, great to have you all in here. I really appreciate it. So we're monitoring Pau Torres. We're monitoring Jules Kounde. We're monitoring Upper Meccano. We are Monitor FC. It's unfortunate, but it's true. We're understood that also, even if Manchester United were to go in January for Jadon Sancho right now, this is being reported today also, that Borussia Dortmund would refuse to sell Jadon Sancho to Man United in January, even for 120 million. So we don't really know if that's legit. I don't really think it's Sancho's fault. Obviously, that anything if this didn't materialise, it's just down to the fact that our club didn't want to spend the money to buy him. Maybe Dortmund were asking too much, which I think is true. I don't know if Sancho could push through a deal to be able to, sort of effectively ransom Dortmund to try and sell him. Obviously, if he refuses to play, then they've got an asset of a player there who's worth a shitload of money, who's not actually performing for them out there on the pitch. And you never know, but I don't think that's going to happen. He'll be professional and he'll stay and he'll do his business out there. So yes, that's interesting. Also, Kante. Now, of course, we talked a little about N'Golo Kante and maybe about his possibility that United should be a consideration for him because we can offer him something that a lot of other clubs can't at this moment in time. Plus, he can offer us something that we don't really have. He's a 29-year-old player. He's one of the best sort of destructive central defensive midfielders in the world. So if he was available, I'd like to think that we should be going in for him. But again, this is our board and our team that we're talking about. We have signed big players like that off of Chelsea in the past, such as Nemanja Matic, such as Juan Mata. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. And actually, I would take him, guys. I mean, I don't know about you. Smash a one in the live chat if you would. But if you would take N'Golo Kante, then what you would be getting is a great quality player. It's understood that he's fallen out with Frank Lampard over a wedding. Apparently Sky Sports are promoting that he fell out over a wedding with Frank Lampard. So that's quite interesting. Also, in regards to other news, Man City are being linked to Nicolas Tagliafico, that left back that we were linked to earlier on in this window as well. That's a possibility, and to be honest with you, Pep Guardiola collects those wing backs like they're going out of fashion, so it probably wouldn't be a surprise if that did happen. We're definitely not going in for him. We've got Tellez. Portugal FPF say that following Cristiano Ronaldo's positive COVID test, all the remaining players in the squad were tested on Tuesday morning's results are back and they're all negative. But then we also had a report here to say that in line with United Kingdom's COVID-19 regulations, Bruno Fernandes may miss games against Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea and RB Leipzig after Cristiano Ronaldo's positive coronavirus test. So we'll have to see what happens there, guys, in regards to Bruno and the coronavirus. Even if he doesn't have it, maybe there's a possibility he won't be able to play. So that's pretty much the latest news, guys. Not a lot of news today. It's a slow news day for United. We hopefully will have some more news in terms of positive stuff, in terms of acquisitions going forward, because it's not far until January. I'd love it if United just lined up some deal coming in January, like a Upper Meccano or somebody like that. But it's wishful thinking, guys, with these twats we've got in charge of our club, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm going to get into the comment section now, everyone. Thank you so much for you all for stopping by and getting in here. If there is any more breaking news in the next few minutes, obviously Matty the Rushmeister will keep me up to date with what's going on. But please do us a massive favour and smash that like on the video if you have not done so already. Leave a little thumbs up on the vid. That would be awesome of you. And also smash that subscribe button if you're new to the channel too. We do these shows every night around about 9:30. And also we're going to be trying to bring some afternoon shows back to you as well. And we've also got the FIFA that we do around about midnight. So keep a lookout for that too. That'll be back later with a bit of Ultimate Team. Leo comments, I think Maguire should be dropped against Newcastle. Good shout, Leo. I'm going to go into your comment section now, so have your say. Get in here. Tell me what your thoughts and opinions are about anything we've discussed in this game. And thank you very much for watching. Jake Harold says, Bruno is out. It's not going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, that's going to be absolutely gash. If Bruno is out and he's not playing, then crikey, what a terrible situation for the football club over the next couple of weeks. This is what's going to happen over the next however many months, really. You are going to have this situation where different players are tested. Different players are maybe transmitting that virus to other players in other teams or other players in their same teams. You know, whose idea was it to have an international break right now anyway? It's fucking dumb, to be fair, with what's going on in the world, to have all these players going from all different parts of the world to another part of the world and all mixing together. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, Thiago came over from Bayern and either got corona or had corona and brought it to England. That's just one example. And then obviously giving it to some other people there probably. So it's really not a laughing matter, really, you know. Disco Dave says, no spamming, Jake. Absolutely. Paul Vanderbeek says, Mark Vu, what is your Twitter account? What is the Vutinator's Twitter? Pie-Eyed Piper says, Pogba played against Bruno, so he can't play either. Are you serious, dude? See if that's how it's going to work. Now, I don't know if there's a possibility that if they can stringently test these guys up until those games, that they can prove that they do not have coronavirus. I don't see why they wouldn't be allowed to play personally. I think there's got to be some sort of exemption rule there, especially when you're talking about professional athletes and this kind of thing. I think if with all the different practices that are in place with football right now in terms of the coronavirus, the testing procedures, the isolation procedures, all that sort of stuff, I don't see why they can't do that with Bruno and just have him play and make sure that he's 100% tested up until the game, etc. But we'll see. David Parkinson comments, Newcastle will beat us, we're shite. Well, you know, that is a little bit dodgy, isn't it? I personally don't think that they're going to beat us, mate. I think we're going to batter Newcastle up. I have to say that. The United Wasters, did Pogba play against Ronaldo? Pogba, I don't know actually. You know what? I didn't even watch that game at all, man. So I don't even know, to be honest with you. But it sounds like it. Yeah, Jeanette Pugh, you're right. She says, Pig, your voice is going rough, and it sounds like a drag race. Oh, poopa doo. Kelsey Powell says, I can't believe it. I know, Kelsey, that would suck, wouldn't it? Rush Mano says, buy your update, Pig. Oh, my goodness. Dan Nate says, what do you think of the Big Six takeover? Oh, my goodness, I don't even know. Sorry, let me look at this. Let me just have a look at this real quick from Matt Rush. Thank you so much. So, Bruno Fernandes, here's another update from Bruno Fernandes will not have to isolate. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Hang on a sec. No, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what goes on there. Manchester United's Eric Bailly was voted man of the match by Ivory Coast fans for his performance against Japan today. He played the full 90 minutes too. Go on, Eric Bailly. That's brilliant. So in terms of injury scare, obviously he had a big injury scare in the last match, didn't he? But he played the full 90 minutes against Eric Bailly. Eric Bailly played the full 90 minutes against Japan for the Ivory Coast. So that's pretty freaking awesome, man. That means he's 100% fit. That's good to know. That if that's the case, then he should definitely be available in our next matchday squad, shouldn't he? And in my opinion, should be starting. Jake Harold says, Night Ice. Ice Queen Gaming, you have a cracking evening. Thank you so much for getting in here. Sorry I'm melting a little bit tonight, guys, with my voice and stuff. And I'll probably just stick on it for about another 5 minutes or so. And we'll just make it a short one tonight because I do have a bit of a melting throat right now. I'm not going to lie. I need to get some ibuprofens down me. Wesley comments, sign Grealish and play Bruno as an 8. Fair play, yeah. I mean, look, Grealish is a player we should be looking at. We're just not going to get him now because he's too much money and we don't want to spend money. David Parkins says, we were lucky to beat Brighton. I hope you're right, but look at the Palace game. They smashed us. It's Crystal Palace and Brighton. I hear you. We should have beat Palace. We should have beat Brighton. I hear you, man. And we should have beat Brighton more convincingly, and we were very lucky to win the game. So Newcastle, we actually look at their form as well. They started the season with, 4 games so far? They've played an extra game than us. So maybe they're sort of a bit further along in terms of, you have to factor that in terms of sharpness and stuff like that. Also, another thing that I'd have to say about Newcastle is they've been a little bit of a bogey team for us. But another thing about them is their form is pretty good. I think they've got 2 wins, a draw and a loss so far this season, which is actually pretty damn good. It's better than our form. So, yeah, Newcastle United definitely going to be a tough game, especially with what's gone on. You would think that United have what it takes to smash up Newcastle United. Of course you would think that. But actually, it all depends on who's going to turn up on the day and who could actually do it. I mean, I saw a pretty shocking stat the other day from the I think it was Matt Rush who sent it me actually, which was in regards to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's team and the top 6 and all the ground that they've covered from the first 3 games or something like, or the last 3 games in the Premier League. And Manchester United's players had run a heck of a lot less than the other top 6's side. And that doesn't, you can't really read too much into that, but what is the issue there then? What is it? The lads are not there, the sharpness isn't there, the fitness isn't there, the conditioning isn't there, or maybe the desire isn't there. Or maybe the trust in the manager isn't there. I very much doubt that's the case, because last season it seemed like they were all really fighting for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But what's that stat all about then? Why are we covering the least ground and running the less amount of distance compared to all the rest of the top 6? And that's not because they played an extra game. That's just the last few games. So, you know, we need to work harder. The team needs to work harder. We need to improve. We need to, of course, get the individuals in there who are not going to have these calamitous errors. Because if you take those calamitous errors out, which were caused by just individual crap, then what you actually end up with is, yes, bad performances as a team, but probably not losing those games. Probably not losing that Crystal Palace game. If at the start of that Tottenham game you don't see that absolutely cataclysmic error by Slabby and Bailly and these guys making these terrible errors, and the referee doesn't make that decision, maybe that one goes a totally different way as well. So you have to factor in that maybe we've been a little bit unfortunate and just had terrible individual errors in the opening part of this season too. If you cut them out of it and actually look at the team performances, they're bad as well. But we're just getting going this season, guys. Kayam says, it's the coaching staff's tactics. They're inexperienced. I don't know, dude. I mean, they're not coaching Harry Maguire to head that ball into the path of the Spurs attacker, are they? You know, he made that fundamental error. They're not telling Victor Lindelof to have an absolute melt like he's doing his T1000 impression into liquid metal out there on the floor, are they? They're not telling him to fall into a puddle like his name is Alex Mack. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you remember that. Obscure reference. But anyway, you know what I mean? So so they're not telling him to do that. So how can you stop these people from making these individual errors though, dude? I get that the style and the tactics need a little bit of work right now, definitely. But what about the individuals who are just making fundamental errors though? They can't coach that. Okay, he could not select them, like Solskjaer could not select them, but you know. Gareth Jones comments, Cantwell will grow to be a good player. I think Todd Cantwell, yeah, I mean, there's a couple of good players actually from the Championship we could still go and get. Him being one of them, I think that could be a decent acquisition, actually. I think he could be a decent player. Dan Lake says, see you on FIFA later, guys. Nice one, Dan Lake. Rushmano comments, the team will improve. Jeanette Pugh says, Pig, you sound rough, mate. I worked on a farm in the 80s in West Yorkshire for the Queen. It was called Newhall Green, and I never heard a squeal like yours. Thank you very much for that. Jeanette Pugh. Really great. Well, yeah, my voice is rough, isn't it? It's pretty mashed up at the moment, but, you know, what can we do about it? David Parkinson says, Harry Maguire is shocking. I think he's awful. I have to tend to agree with you there, David Parkinson. I think he's absolutely le gage-tastique, mate. And for £80 million, we got done there. Leicester bent us over, and they got themselves a whole bunch of Walker's Chris out of that one, haven't they? Becky, hope you have a great evening. She says, I'm off to bed night all banging beaches, go and rest my eyes and sleep. Hey, nice one, Becky Hope. Thank you so much. Have a great sleep tonight. Thank you for getting in here, Becky. I hope you're good. One of the legends of the channel. Appreciate you, Becky. Take it easy. Sebi Super comments, we should get Pau Torres in Jan and Upper Meccano in summer and Grealish too. Yeah, well, that's the thing with the release clause. It might not come into effect until the summer for Upper Meccano. So maybe that's why we're talking about Pau Torres and Jules Kounde for January. Like, maybe that makes a little bit of sense to get one of those guys in for the time being, because they could be long-term players for us as well, like players to maybe partner Upper Meccano one day, and then Upper Meccano could come in and be like the main man for us next season on. That's hopefully what we're going to do. But to be fair, that would actually be the move of a club that has some ambition and also some ability to manoeuvre in the transfer window, which I don't think we have either of those things at the moment. We don't have an ambitious board, we don't have an ambitious owners. Okay, the fans are always ambitious, but that doesn't really help us in this situation because the board's not ambitious. We're not prepared to spend the money and get these players in and actually address their problems. We're just leaving Ollie with the same issues that we had at the start of the window, at the end of the window. So I don't have any faith that we will get Upper Meccano. I don't have any faith that we will get Pau Torres in Jan or Kounde, but these are players that we are being linked to, and you would think a club in their right mind who are trying to close the gap with teams like Liverpool and City and these gash-tastic melts, our biggest rivals, you would think that we would be going to make strides in this January transfer window to try and bring in a centre-back. Otherwise, we're going to be playing Phil Jones at this rate. Oh my goodness, over 230 of you legends in here. Smash that thumbs up button if you have not done so, lads and lads. I'll take a few more questions, guys, and then we will wrap this puppy up. We're not going to do too long of a one tonight because the throat is absolutely melting. I need to rest it a bit. I've got FIFA coming up in a little bit also, so I'm just melting. I'm pretty aware of the fact that my throat is raw at the moment, so I'm just going to try and rest it a little bit. Anyway. Kumar De Freitas comments, Grealish shouldn't have been bought. Sell Pogba. I know he's quality. Don't care what others say, but I can't have a guy for Man U talking about other clubs are dreams for him. Dude, you're so right. This is the thing. You're so right, Kermit. You can't have somebody saying that it's a dream to play for Real Madrid. As soon as somebody says that, they should be sacked off immediately. So, yes, I agree with you. Send him to Real Madrid then. Please come knocking, Zidane. Honestly, I would love him to come knocking and take Paul Pogba off of us because he's just been a massive disappointment. And not only that, like you say, I don't think he's the most professional. We don't want to hear that as fans, that it's a dream to play for Real Madrid. Screw that, man. It's a dream to play for United. You're living your dream, Paul Pogba, but you can't see that. He wants the Hollywood move to Real Madrid. Well, do one then, bud. Do one then. I've had enough of that absolute mess in midfield, doing nothing, being a passenger hanging on like a bloody Klingon on the starboard bow, my friends. It's not good, you know. Kelly Clough. How are you doing, Kelly? Lynette as well. What's going on with you, Lynette? Good to see you guys in here, or shall I say gals? Excuse me. Kirstine Gray comments, we need 2 centre-backs who can play good football. Who would you get, Flying Pig United? Thank you very much, Kirstine Gray. Yeah, well, actually, I would have probably, this is the thing. Now we've got limited options. I would have gone and got Nathan Ake. I would have got him. I think he's a good player, but we can't get him. So right now, Upamecano would definitely be on my shopping list. I'd definitely get Upamecano at centre-back. And then, you know what? If I'm being honest, if money wasn't an object, I'd probably go and get Koulibaly as well, because I think he's big, he's physical, he's experienced, he's the right age, he's 29, so he's actually in his peak right now. It's not a good one for the future necessarily. It's only for the next 2 or 3, 4 seasons. But you kind of need that too. We've got too much youth in a way. We need a bit more ready-madeness. We need somebody with a bit more experience. So if you did have an Upamecano who's young and developing and learning next to somebody who's experienced, that could really be a great, physically strong, awesome partnership there. But if not Koulibaly, then, we're looking at this Jules Kounde guy. He looks like a good player. Of course, there's Pau Torres. So one of those, we just need a centre-back in there. Kayam says, take the night off, Meltbang. I can't do that, can I, Kayam? I would let everyone down if I took the night off now, guys. What a night. Jay says, die with our legend or restart the cycle. But it's not. I'd rather just fly with our legend. I'd rather succeed with our legend. That's the thing. It's not just necessarily die with our legend. He can do the job for us if we give him the tools. Callum Chapman says, hi, Pig, mate. Hope your day's going good. Had a test today at school. Oh, Callum Chapman, thanks for getting in here, man. Hope it went well, dude. I don't know if you mean a COVID test or just a general test at school, like a written exam or something. But either way, I hope it went well. Gabriel Lopez says, Pogba can just go in general. Never seen that guy do anything since the World Cup. Absolutely. Well, one thing that you might see, if Bruno Fernandes is indeed not allowed to play in the next couple of games, which I think he will be, then I have to say that... in my opinion, Pogba would probably be best used as that CAM role, like playing where Bruno is right now. Because I don't like him in that 2-man midfield. I think if Pogba is going to play, he should be playing in that CAM role. Jeanette Pugh says, Honey and Ginger Mate, Honey and Ginger Mate, an old getter told my that going to Blackburn. Okay then. Thank you very much, Jeanette Pugh, for that. I'll give it a go. Fergie's son says, what's the melt emoji? I don't know. There's a Phil Jones emoji. That pretty much counts, Fergie's son. There's a Phil Jones emoji. Gabriel, how's it going, Simon Cowie? Gabriel says, very disappointed they came into this club and just tanked hard. Absolutely. Daniel Luciano comments with a super chat. Thank you, Daniel. He says, honestly, anyone would be better or healthy by me. Yeah, that's true, yeah. And it is good, obviously. Matt Rush gave us that update tonight that Eric Bailly played 90 minutes for Ivory Coast tonight and got man of the match. So that means he's in good shape and everything. There was that speculation the other day that he had picked up an injury, but looks like he's all good. Anuj comments, thank you for that, by the way, Daniel Luciano, you legend. I hope you're good today, mate. Anuj says, we have a very good squad, a very young squad, but there are people in the fan base who just can't accept players above 26. Yeah, that's right. You do need to have a little bit of a mix in there of experience and youth. We've got a really great young squad, set of really great young players, but we do need a bit of experience in there too. DG comments, Pogba and Maguire. What does that say? Pogba and Maguire play good for their country and trash for Man United. Yeah, weird, eh? They just can't live up to that pressure of the red shirt. Talk MU says, boom, Mr. Piglioni. How's it going, Talk MU? Great to see you. Exclusives rocking those Phil Jones emojis. Palmarius is rocking those Phil Jones emojis. Pretty awesome. Wissam says Twanzebe is back. That's the thing. If you have Twanzebe and Bailly, okay, what's your perfect centre-back partnership for United right now? Now, it's not Lindelof and Maguire, is it, guys? In fact, you know what? We should just give it to Twanzebe and Bailly. They're both quick. They're both physical. It makes so much more sense to give it to Twanzebe and Bailly right now than anybody else. Yes, it would be nice to bring in Pau Torres. Yes, it would be nice to bring in Upamecano, or let's say, if not Upamecano, then Jules Kounde, this other lad that we are actually currently linked to. Jules Kounde would be a fantastic acquisition because he's only 21 years old. He had a good season for Sevilla. He's probably going to be part of the French national side over the next decade significantly. He is a fantastic player. Upamecano would be a fantastic player. Pau Torres would be a fantastic player. You know why they'd all be fantastic players? Because they're all already better than the gash-tastic load of crap that we have got right now at this football club. So why the hell wouldn't we want to do that? Why the hell wouldn't we want to get one of those players in? So yes, I agree with you. Like, it's just a matter of time before we get a centre-back replacement, but our board has to do it. Jarvis Conker says Smalling and Jones. Yeah, what is your best centre-back partnership, guys? Get it in there. Get it in the live chat. I think it has to be Bailly and Twanzebe right now. As ridiculous as that sounds. Twanzebe's barely played for us. But it sounds like he would absolutely be the right man to go in there. If you look at when he's played for us in the past, he's been quite defensively sound. He's never really put a foot wrong. He's had a good partnership with all of the players that you've put him in there with. He's just never really had much opportunity down to injury and things like that. But if he could stay fit, maybe you could see the best from Twanzebe there, I think, my friends. Thank you so much, Daniel Luciano. He says, yes, give it a try. Change it up. See what happens. Thank you so much for the super chat there, Daniel Luciano, you absolute don. Wamchi says, Vamo Penarol, your saves. What's going on, dude? We got Pelistri from Penarol, didn't we? Palmarius says, I'd play Helen Keller over those prats. Kirstine Gray comments, Phil Jones and Twanzebe, let's risk it. Well, if you wanted to set up the most comedy partnership, that'd probably be, that'd be up there. DG comments, Tellez, Bailly, Upamecano, and Wan-Bissaka. Very interesting. Yeah, so Bailly and Upamecano, there you go. G-Wolf United, thank you very much, G-Wolf. He says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you so much, G-Wolf there, lad. I don't know how many likes we're on right now, but do hit that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes on the video. That'd be epic. There's 265 of you legends watching right now, so hit that like button if you haven't smashed that thumbs up already. Rush Mano in here says, subscribe to the channel. Phil Jones emojis there from Fergie 1999. That is so bloody funny. Rushmano says subscribe to the channel. Thank you very, very much for that, dude. Kuma DeFrita says, yeah, I agree, Pig, if both stays fit. Absolutely. That would be awesome. Peter Bolesworth says, stop trying to copy Goldbridge. Dude, I literally set this channel up years before that melt bag, dude. So, go back to your Meltbridge Messiah, my friend, and get your facts right. Do you know what I mean? To be fair, we started this way before that melt. We've been doing this for years. Anyway, so yeah, thank you very much for your comment, though, dude. Stick around and watch. Now you've been educated, maybe go do your research, and then realise that maybe this channel, even though it's not got as many viewers, maybe it's not as BS as that one. There you go. Maybe it's not as BS, dude. Palmarius with the Roy Keane nonsense emojis. Michael Fletcher says the single dislike was clearly an accident from someone with impaired vision. If only they could read this message to correct it. Nice one, dude. That's so funny. Jonathan Gallagher says, go watch that clickbaiter. Exactly. Callum Chapman says, Bruno, Pogba, Martial isolating because Ronald tested positive. Yes, I've heard this, my friend. It doesn't sound good, does it? Absolutely does not sound good. Gareth Jones is loving it. Gideon says, Piggy, why is it that when you have less viewers, the more comments? I don't really understand, mate, to be fair. I think it really just depends on the topics and stuff like that. I think sometimes the FIFA videos get a lot of viewers who are maybe younger than, or even allowed to have an account. I don't know how it really works, to be fair, or don't have an account and they're just watching on like a console or something. That's what I think about the FIFA streams. Thank you, Gareth Jones. Johnny Mount says, evening piglets, evening pigs. Thank you, Johnny, for getting in here. Appreciate that talk, MU, dude. Simon Cowie says, in every successful squad has a balance of youth and experience, because the experience brings the passion, hunger, and winning mentality. Absolutely. They lead by example. They help the youngsters. They maybe shoulder a little bit more of the mental pressures of the game as well. It's not just about having the class and skill. It's about the experience of dealing with pressure situations as well. And that is something you can only really get from being in those situations. Donna Ketty says, FIFA stream tonight, mate. Absolutely, it will be coming. Flyers Kung says, bro, you're so genuine, bro. Thank you, Flyers Kung, man. Jarvis Cocker says, we must play a 3-man defence in 5-3-2. Hey, it would probably do better for us at the moment, in terms of conceding goals. I think if you put Luke Shaw back there and there's 3-man defence as the left centre-back, maybe Lindelof, maybe Bailly, even Maguire in the centre or something, as long as he's got a couple of pacey players around him. And certainly Tellez there as well. I think that could be excellent. Jarvis Cocker says, we must play a 3-man defensive 5-3-2. Mr. Justice, how's it going? He says, evening pig. How you doing, Mr. Justice? Abusement Ride says, Mark Goldbridge drops a dislike on every Flying Pig stream. But it is so funny that people actually come on here. They just think because they've got shitload of subscribers, they're the originators of this stuff. It's so not true. I was doing this ages before Goldbridge. Goldbridge was on this channel before his channel was even called the United Stand. It was called, his channel was called Soccer Box. And he came on my channel back in the day. So this has been going on for years, you know what I mean? So that's just preposterous to say that, to be fair. But anyway, yeah, thank you very, very much for all the support, though, here, guys. Much appreciated. And what's funny about it is, for the first however many months of them doing YouTube, they just copied my titles of my videos. And then I'd have to change them. And then they change them to that. I'm not even joking, you guys. There's obviously, I don't know if there'll be any proof of that, but I'm not joking. I'm actually not joking. But whatever, good luck to him. They obviously work for him. Fozzie Ozzy says, I was here too. How you doing, Fozzie Ozzy? Danielson says, Pig, do you think Aaron Wan-Bissaka will ever reach his full potential? Yes, I do, actually, Danielson. I do. I think he's got great potential. I think if you look at the last season, he was so consistent for us. Definitely one of the best players in there. So, I've got no doubts that he's going to put in another good display for us this season and continue to develop. I know he's had a bit of a ropey start to the season, but pretty much everyone has. Yeah, that's right, a busment ride. Yeah, that's right. Well, if you can find it, Razak, YouTube archives. How do I find that, dude? Because that'd be awesome. You can also find out if you look at the archives of his original video on my channel, which unfortunately, after he was a dick to me once, I did take off my channel. But it's a shame because that would be funny to still have on. But you might better find that. I don't know. But anyway, there you go. The Vutinator says, Piggy, you the best end off. Thank you very, very much. Rushmano says 167 likes. Dude, thank you so much. Everybody smash that thumbs up on the video if you haven't done so already. Leave that like on the vid. Johnny Gallagher says Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the best defensive right back. I'm with you on that one. I think you're a bit hard pressed to find a better defensive right back. Now you can say, Alexander Arnold, he is streets ahead in terms of technique as a footballer, in terms of creation and free kicks and assists and passing. He is. You have to say that, but he's not ahead in terms of being a defensive right back. Thank you very much for that, Michael Harrisford. Razak says, I'll have a look for you. Nice one, dude. Jonathan Gallagher says, Pig deserves more subscribers. Thank you, Jonathan Gallagher. Well, that's it. There's just so much shit out there in terms of the competition for the space in the Man United, on YouTube. Not just shit, but obviously United have their official channel. You've got all the other big football channels, and they all pump out loads of content, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them just churn out so much clickbait stuff. It just clogs up the whole, it clogs up the whole YouTube search and stuff. So it's just hard to even get in there. So I feel, I'm lucky that I've got 30,000 subscribers, to be fair, because there's some great channels out there, with less subscribers than me that don't get anywhere near the views that they should, because they're not pumping out all that clickbait content all the time. Anyway, Tronny Mounts comments, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is excellent one-on-one, absolutely. Heiko Firestorm Tiger says, you are the bigger bloke than Goldie in every sense. Thank you, dude. Gungshi, how you doing there, Gungers, man? Great to see you, my lad. He comments, Pig is indeed a genuine bloke. Only bot on this otherwise stellar record so far is the Paula Bill Pogba bashing. Believe in the Pogbanator, Pig. Joking, dude. Are you still 100% behind Paul Pogba, Gungshi? Tell me your percentage, Gungshi, of faith that you now have in Paul Pogba. Surely it's diminished. Surely it's diminished. Thank you, Lynette Giggs. You are the best also. Really appreciate you getting in here. Appreciate that, Gareth Jones. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Michael Harrison. Hey, Kirsten Gray, she says, 10 years ago we had a defence that was worth 40 million and did a lot. And now we have a defence that's worth 110 million and it's trash. Dude, you're so right, Kirsten Gray. I mean, it's a night and day, really, from the defence that we used to have. As you say, Rio was a huge amount of money at the time, but in today's money, it's tiny. And Vidic was peanuts. He was peanuts. Tox Cole, I'm doing good, mate. He says, how's it going, Mr. Big? I'm doing good, Tox Cole. Thank you very, very much for asking, dude. How are you doing today, Tox? Appreciate you stopping in here, saying hello. Jarvis Cocker says, Flying Pig and Van Cam is the best fan channels. Absolutely, yeah. Shout out Kevin Ashford. That guy is a funny dude, man, and he makes good vids. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Should be getting more viewers. Tom Zadok says, what's up, my G? Hello, Tom Zadok. What's crack-a-lackin', my friend? Great to have you in here. Callum Chapman says, oh, okay. Nice one. Thank you very much, Callum. Roshmano says, hey, Tox. Donacetti says, I remember your videos from the Pigmobile years ago. Absolutely, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's only really the last year I've been able to do YouTube sort of, I guess you would call it full-time or anywhere near full-time, because I used to have to do, obviously, work full-time and do delivery driving and stuff like that. And it is quite busy. A lot of my match reactions and stuff, if you go back over a year ago, they're me sat in the car doing a quick 3-minute review of a game or something because I've got to get on and do my next delivery, you know. Excuse me. So it wasn't ideal. So definitely this channel's come a long way in the last year. And obviously since COVID happened and everything, I try to do this full time. And it's going pretty well, guys. You know, I've got an amazing community of people that support me on this channel. I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. We've got well over 100 channel members now. So just thank you for everyone for being the bread and butter of my life. Really. You know what I mean? Like, no joke, guys. Thank you. The community on here is amazing. And you enable me to do this full time. So, like I said, I'm not balling or anything, but I am getting by and I'm doing something that I enjoy doing and that I'm passionate about and that I love. So that's half of the battle in life, isn't it, really, my friends? You know what I mean? That's half the battle. Thank you, Gabriel Lopez. He says, that's some serious dedication. Good work. Thank you so much, Gabriel Lopez, man. Wesley says, Koulibaly, Grealish, St. Maximin, Kanate. Or Kante and win the league. Yes, mate. You see, you just need to plug the holes that we need, and you never know. We could get the job done. Ryan Evans says, Pig, the hierarchy you have now, are they the same you had in 2000s in United's golden era? If so, that's fantastic considering what United were and were now. No, the hierarchy's different, man. I mean, we used to have different owners. We used to have, I mean, when was it when the Glazers came? Was it 2006, 7? I always forget this, but we used to have David Gill as well, who was like a massive factor. Sir Alex Ferguson. These guys, you know, they make such a massive difference, of course. It's not just about the owners, it's also about the people you've got in place. But certainly the biggest problem is the owners. Thank you, Simon Cowie. He says, Pig is the best channel in the community. It's very warming and not toxic like the rest. United are the best. Thank you so much, Simon Cowie, mate. Kelly Cluss says, Pig, we think you are pretty pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you very much for that, Kelly Club. Gungshi comments, not 100% for sure. It can't be, can it? Pogba's melted recently. I know what he's capable of and wish he would do it consistently at United. It's frustrating. At times, I do think he gets more abuse than he deserves, though. Yeah, I think he gets the abuse because he's on a lot of money. He does it for other teams as well. That's the most annoying thing. You see him play for France, he looks good. You see him play previously for other teams, he looks great. But not for us. Really annoying. Jonathan Gallagher is glad that he liked this channel. Thank you. A nice one, Kirsten Gray. Razak, Johnny Mouse says, you're welcome, mate. Keep it real and you'll keep your support. Thank you so much, Johnny Mouse, mate. John Schwartz says, big ups, you are a legend, Pig. Right back at you, John Schwartz, mate. Another channel member legend. Appreciate it, dude. Abusment Ride says, I think more and more people will come to this channel once they find it like myself. Thank you, Abusment Ride. Yeah, that's it. You know, like I say, it's hard to get out there in the algorithm. There's so much competition. There's so much stuff being pumped out there that it is difficult, you know. But whatever, guys, you know, I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the channel. You know, I try not to compare myself to other channels like that because there's nothing really to gain from doing that, really, you know. Maybe you can use it as motivation, but you know, also you could use it negatively. So I try not to do that. But also, you know, I have to set people straight when they come on here and say BS like that, don't I? Because if you actually go back and look, we started doing this stuff first. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Kelsey Powell says, what time are you doing a FIFA stream? It's going to be around about midnight, Kelsey. Thank you for asking. I hope you're going to be around. That's going to be in around about an hour or so. Zaki says, Pig put a CV for Sky Sports. Thank you, Berber Split 9. He's put my Patreon in there. Appreciate that one, Berber. Thank you so much. What else here? Yeah, a busman rice says, we had Irish owners who loved the club before the Glazers. There you go. Johnny Mount says, it's such a shame. He could have been one of the best. Time is running out for Pogba now. I know, I don't really get it. And Gunshi had a good point. He does have all the skills to pay the bills, but he just doesn't really perform consistently for United ever. He might do it every now and again and look great, and that's brilliant. But, you know, it's not fantastic for me. It's not like it doesn't really, you know, doesn't really fill me with much confidence to say that he's going to be amazing. Because he doesn't do it consistently. Like, you have to do it consistently for Manchester United if you're going to be a United player. And so he doesn't deserve to be a United player to me. Hey, Gungshi! I just seen you sent a PayPal over. Gungas, thank you so much, my man. You absolute hero. Let me just go and... I don't know why I can't read these comments in my email and stuff now. But either way, thank you so much for that, Gungshi, man. You absolute legend. Everybody, please stick a love heart in there for Gungshi because he's such an incredible supporter of this show. And he's just a top lad. He brings a lot to the live chat. I love his opinions, even if they're completely wrong about Paul Pogba. Here's his donation message. Thank you so much, Gungas. He says, just a cheeky donation to prove I'm not really bothered by the Pogba stuff. My good pig. Thank you so much, Gungas. That's it. I don't blame you for having your opinions about Pogba. You look at his stats as well. He doesn't look that bad. You look at even for United. You look at his career as a whole. He's won the World Cup. He's a big player for France. He was great for Juventus. You know, you have to say that Paul Pogba's had a very, very good career, but it's just for United. If you actually just isolate the United career, it's very average. It's very average. If you isolate the United career, it's very average, Gungshi. But thank you so much, Gungshi, for that support there. And absolutely, you know, opinions are just opinions, you know. Football with Brownie, what's going on, man? He says, Pig, as you know, I'm not a United fan, but some of these United fans need to educate themselves on the target man type of player who can hold the ball up, which Scholes is on about. A Mark Hughes type. Yeah, well, Mark Hughes was just a very, very great forward player, wasn't he, really? I mean, he was a little bit before my time growing up, but I do remember him, like, I remember him playing one game against Barcelona. Maybe, I don't know if it was even on when I was a kid, but I've seen the game, you know, and he, to be fair, it's a little bit before my time. He was still around the club when I was a kid, but Mark Hughes, Sparky, you know, he was absolutely top drawer, to be fair, as a player. And I think he went and played in Spain for Barcelona as well at one point, didn't he? But yes, I know exactly what you're saying there, dude. That is it. We do need a better class of player, I think. We don't have even Tony Martial. I hate to say it, but he's just not there right now. He's not actually there right now. That's why I think Cavani might be great. That's what Cavani, Mark Hughes type player, something like that. You know, somebody who is actually very mobile, but also very good on the ball and can hold it up and bring others into play, etc. So I totally understand what you're on about. Ryan Evans says, massive fan, Pig, and Kounde would be a good signing for you. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I think he would be as well. 21-year-old, looks like a beast. The Vutinator says, this channel and its community is great for our mental health. The chat is awesome from everyone in here. Thank you very much, the Vutinator. We might need Marwan Fellaini, says Zaki. Rushmano says, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, everybody. Really appreciate it. Get involved with the show if you are not. Saeed Shah, shout out. He says, bro, kick Pogba out as soon as possible. I can't take it anymore. I feel you, man. I mean, look, I'm not... Look, until we get somebody else or until we've got him a sale lined up, I'm going to back him and say he's going to have to play every now and then. But I don't think he should be starting right now. I really don't. Johnny Mount says he didn't do well abroad, but he had heart and he was class and technique. Yeah, there you go. Saeed Shah, thank you very much. Talk MU says, Big God Bob, how are you? Big God Bob, what's going on, dude? Taking his cheapy sleepy pills for hope for Pogba. How you doing there, Big God Bob? Jarvis Cocker says, Pig, you keep a fresh spin on it. Always a pleasure following this channel. Respectful, funny, and insightful. Dude, thank you so much, Jarvis Cocker. Shout out Rich and Mary as well. Let me just read a bunch more of your comments out, and then I'm going to wrap this video up because it is getting a bit late, and I've got to do the FIFA stream in about an hour. So come back on the channel in about an hour, and I've gone longer than I expected to go again. Crikey, is that the time? 1 hour, 18 minutes. What? How has that happened, guys? I was trying to keep it to about an hour tonight. CT's tuning in again, Pig. Nice one, CT. Great to see you in it. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Local lad. G Wolf says Meltbridge goes. I'll try not to read those comments out, but thank you for having your say. Tom Zadok. Oh yeah, actually no. Try not to. Actually, moderators try not to. Try not to discourage other channels. It's okay when I say it, but anyway. Beanie the Beast Edwards, hello. Lynette Giggs says, G Wolf exactly. CB, are you going to get back Pogba Pig? No, I'm not CB. We're actually doing Ultimate Team tonight, so you never know. Thank you, Beanie the Beast Edwards. Kirsten Gray, Vincent Bullock, you legend. It says, it's because you're having a good time. Great to see you, Vincent Bullock, mate. How are you? Rush Mano says we're on 181 likes. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, please do smash that like on the video. Nice one, Ryan Evans. Michael Hesford as well says we need Haaland. That would be the ideal situation. That's who we really do need. Yeah, that's who we need as a proper finisher, man. Pralada Prem, that says, Piggy, why are we rivals with Leeds? It's just a geographical thing, I think. I think it's one of those built-up rivalries. Manchester United and Leeds obviously very close together, and it's just a geographical rivalry, I think. It's like almost like a derby vibe, I think that's the main reason, and also just because I think Leeds are scummers. Fortune Modada says Pogba for Varane. Thought, yeah, I mean, I'd swap him for most players right now. Upper Meccano as well. I would. Nice one, Wesley, the Vootinator. Thank you so much, the Vootinator, for getting in here, dude. Big God Bob. Gungy says, sorry I'm so slow tonight, but thanks for the love shown above all bloody legends. No worries, Gungy. You're a top lad, mate. Have a good rest up. Thank you so much for getting in here. Thanks for the incredible support as always, Gungy. You're a legend. Francois Cox says, I did watch United stand, but I'm happy I found your stream. It's 110% better. Thank you for that, Francois Cox, mate. That's so nice of you, dude. We need a faster player, says Jordan Wade. Disco Dave says, sorry, I had to collect my abracadabra. See you all later for Don Piglioni. Nice one, Disco Dave. See you later. Nice one, G Wolf. Oh, no, I completely agree with you, mate. I just, personally don't think it's good if the mods are doing that. But, I totally agree with you, though, G Wolf. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bit hypocritical when I'm saying it, but I'm actually not dissing them. I'm just saying, explain the situation. So yeah, or maybe I was a bit, I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, everybody who's watched this channel tonight. Jarvis Cocker, the Vootinator, Martin Ellison, A Busment Ride, Fortune Madoda, Kyan Banahasham, Wesley, Torkamu, Kimpa Delagucci as well. Big up in Jamaica. Thank you so much, Kimpa. Kirsten Gray, Captain F Head. Well, there you go. Then it goes back to the Newton Heath days. It was a Yorkshire Lancashire railway workers thing, I believe. Oh, well, that makes sense, because obviously United was set up by railway workers, so maybe they used to just meet up down the railways and have a punch up or something. Who knows? Palmarius, thank you so much. Says, I watch both your channels because I enjoy the difference of opinions. I also think the other people in Flex are better than Goldbridge, in my opinion. This channel is truly elite, though. Best mods and subs, dude. Thank you so much, Palmarius. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not discouraging anybody. Everybody can like what they like. There's obviously a reason why that channel's so successful, So good luck to him. Gunchi says, I would like to see if Pogba can improve his consistency this season. If he doesn't, then swapping for a Varane or someone might be an idea. Absolutely, yes. A little bit of a cheeky swap on the go makes a lot of sense. FaZe Razor 122. How's it going, FaZe? Exclusive. See you later for FIFA, dude. But Paul van der Beek, have a great evening, Paul. Sorry, guys, I'm freaking ill. Jonathan Gallagher, thank you, Johnny Gallagher. Aaron A to H, Aaron Homeyard, thank you so much. Shout out to you and Mary, dude. Hope you have a great evening. Razak, Daniel's son, Gucci Lover, Jay, Jim Joe Bobley, Wesley, Rushmano, the Vootinator, Zaki, Taz, Scoojo, Jonathan Gallagher, Pal Marius, Disco Day, and every single one of you bloody legends. Thank you so much for watching this stream tonight. Smash that like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Click that bell icon to be notified when we post and go live as well. And you know what? We're doing a FIFA stream in around about an hour's time, give or take. If I'm a few minutes late, just understand that I'm just getting this stuff set up, all right? And I will be on. All right, then, you bloody bunch of legends. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you on the next one. If I didn't respond to you, understand that I try to respond to everybody. So thank you so much to you all for commenting and stuff. But come back after this stream's finished if I haven't responded to you, and I will respond to you. Taz, Scoojo1, Johnny Gallagher, Pal Maris, Disco Dave, Tox Cole, Kirsty Gray, Ryan Evans, Paul Vanderbeek, Johnny Wayne, gets in there, Jim Joe Wesley, Gareth Jones, Gunshi, every single one of you legends. Thanks for watching. I'm going to leave it there. Take it easy. Have a good one. This is the big... And come on, United, sort your bloody lives out. Yes, legends. Thank you so much. Tox Cole says, we'll be watching I'll be around the corner waiting for your FIFA stream. Excellent. Yeah, come back, guys, and watch the FIFA stream. Wesley, smash the like. Thank you, Wesley. Gareth Jones says, right, Pig, I would tune in for your FIFA stream. I smash the like and the bell. I would tune in and drop a comment. Keep at it. Yes, Gareth Jones, thank you. Gungshi says, Pig, you must have infected me over the internet. My throat is foot. Oh, Gunners. Sorry to hear that, blow. Blow? Bro? And Knock Fernie says, I just got here. Oh, we're just finishing Knock. But everyone, look, you're a bunch of legends in the live chat. Thank you. I just want to say these names going down your screen right now. They are the channel members, tier 2 channel members on YouTube appear on this list. Also, Patreons on Patreon appear on this list. Like, thank you so much to all the patrons and all the tier 2 channel members and above, and all the channel members, of course. But this list is, we've just got to be exclusive, otherwise it would be a bit long. So this is for tier 2 channel members and above, and also patrons. Thank you guys for everyone who supports the show. The best way you can support the show, though, definitely is by smashing that like button, sharing them around, and subscribing and interacting as you have done. Great chat tonight, guys. Like, the chat was popping off tonight, guys. Like, really appreciate all you legends taking the time to chat with me. Great interacting with all you Bacon Brigadier legends as usual. Have a great evening. This is the Pig. I'll see you soon. Come back for the FIFA later. We're going to smash up some fools.